Yo, what's up? Bringing you that MLB 16 The Show. We're here with another Battle Royale draft. Our last few attempts, they haven't really been that good, so we really need to step it up and have a solid run. So let's get into this draft. Let's see who our number one pick will be. For the number one pick, we got Reggie Stocker, Mike Schmidt, Yadier Molina, and Nolan Ryan. So I've yet to play with Reggie Stocker, aka Barry Bonds. We're definitely gonna go with him. Second pick, we got Dante Bichetti, Carlton Fisk, David Robertson, and Tyson Ross. So this might be a difficult choice, but I think I'm going to go with Carlton Fisk because I've played with him before in one of my drafts and did fairly well with him. David Robertson would probably be the only other pick I would choose, but I don't really want that gold closing pitcher, even though that's probably the best choice. But we're going to go with Carlton Fisk. Third pick, we got Steven Drew, Brett Wallace, Javier Cedeno, and Rafael Montero. I don't really like any of these choices, but we're going to go with Javier Cedeno, get that relief pitcher that's also a lefty, and he has great break on his pitches, so maybe that will help us out. So here we got Denard Span, Jonathan Villar, Keon Kella, and Marcus Stroman. So I really like Marcus Stroman here, but I'm going to go with Jonathan Villar because of his speed. He has some decent contact, and he's a switch hitter, and I feel like that can be useful in various situations, so that's the pick that I'm gonna make. Now we have Quentin Berry, Brett Wallace, Jed Giorco, and Justin Nicolino. I'm gonna go with Nicolino just to get a starting pitcher, and he has some decent pitches, not that great of a break or velocity, but he should be okay. I'm hoping he's okay. Ooh, this is a pick right here. We got D. Gordon, Fred McGriff, Wade Davis, and Tom Seaver. Now, I'm not going to take Tom Seaver because he's a starting pitcher, but Wade Davis, that is a big pitcher right there. But D. Gordon, man, this is a very difficult choice because having a good closing pitcher, you need that in Battle Royale. But D. Gordon, that speed, that contact, I feel like I got to go with D. Gordon right here. But this is the mistake I always make. I always go for the hitters instead of the pitchers, and sometimes that hurts me. But once again, I don't know. I'm going to make that mistake if it's a mistake at all, and we are going to go with D. Gordon. So now we have Jason Hayward, David Wright, Joakim Soria, and Adam Wainwright. Here, I think we're going to take the relief pitcher and Joakim Soria. I actually like him as a pitcher, so I feel like that's going to be a good pick for us. And if we don't get a closer, he can do that part for us also. Now we got Jacoby Ellsbury, David Wright, Paul Goldschmidt, and Carlos Rodon. I always see this and don't understand it. Why you got 59 speed and 99 stealing? I do not understand those stats, but Goldschmidt, he has some good power. Good contact. Jacoby Ellsbury, another speedy player. And for some reason, I like to go after the speed, which I don't know if that's a good or bad choice. But I'm going to go with Jacoby Ellsbury. Here we got Sin-Soo Choo, Ryan Howard, Chris Hatcher, and Francisco Liriano. Liriano's not a bad card. But Ryan Howard, even though he has poor fielding, that 99 power, maybe that can come in handy. I'm going to go with the power here. I feel like I'm having such a shitty draft, but we're going to go with Ryan Howard. So here we have Jarrett Parker, Ryan Schimpf, John Axford, and Chichi Gonzalez. We're going to have to go with John Axford here, get another relief pitcher. And we also need to get some starting pitchers, but Axford is better than Gonzalez for us right now. Here we have Jarrett Parker, Ryan Schimpf, Joba Chamberlain, and Michael Marriott. Since we need a starting pitcher, we're going to go with Marriott here. I don't know if it's the best choice. There's not that many great ones here, but we need starters. Now we have Jared Dyson, Matt Dominguez, Luis Coleman, and Todd Redmond. Now I really want to take this Jared Dyson for the speed, but I would mainly use him as a pinch runner, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go with Luis Coleman and get ourselves another relief pitcher. Now we got Matt Kemp, Kelly Johnson, Brian Shaw, and Matt Latos. But I think I'm going to go with Matt Kemp because even though he's kind of washed up now, he's still a very solid player. and he has some good hitting stats that can help us out. Next pick, we have David Wright, Trevor Rosenthal, Justin Verlander, and Matt Cain. Now, some very good choices here. I definitely need a starting pitcher, and Verlander and Cain are good choices. Trevor Rosenthal, though, is who I think I'm going to go with just to get that closing pitcher, pair him up with Joakim Soria. I feel like that could be a good mix for us. Now we have Matt Dominguez, Jonathan Broxton, Dan Otero, and Eduardo Rodriguez. Broxton is not a bad choice, but we are going to go with Eduardo Rodriguez because we do need a starting pitcher. So that's the choice I'm going to have to make. Now we have Matt Dominguez, David Hernandez, Brooks Brown, and Miguel Gonzalez. For this one, I think I'm going to go with David Hernandez, even though I would like to get Miguel Gonzalez, but that inside edge boost is pretty nice right now, and we can always use a good relief pitcher, so we're going to go with David Hernandez. Now we have Alex Gordon, Martin Prado, Carson Smith, and Taijuan Walker. We will go with Taijuan Walker, even though we might never get him, but he's a good starting pitcher in Diamond Dynasty, I feel like, and he has some great pitches, so we're going to go with Walker here. Now we have Eugenio Suarez, Aaron Hill, Yusmeiro Petit, and Martin Perez. Need to get that starter, so we're going to go with Perez here. Now we have Aaron Hill, Wilmer Flores, Tommy La Stella, and Tanner Shepard. Now, I would take this relief pitcher to, fill up that last role, but I want to try getting a lefty, so we're going to avoid that pick right there, and we are going to go with Wilmer Flores. So in this pick, we have Will Smith, Ken Giles, Justin Wilson, and Luke Hochevar. So we get an option for a left-handed pitcher like we wanted in Justin Wilson and Will Smith. Now, this is a difficult choice because they both have a good break, but Justin Wilson has better velocity, and I feel like that might be a little bit more useful. Even though Will Smith has the inside edge boost and might be a better pitcher, we're going to take Justin Wilson here. Hopefully it works out. We're on to our bench. We have Jim Edmonds, Daniel Murphy, Paul Konerko, and AJ Pollock. Some great choices right here. That's why I kind of wanted to leave that goal to last. So looking at these choices, even though I would like to play with Jim Edmonds and or Paul Konerko, I think I'm going to go with Daniel Murphy because we have a weak third baseman kind of in Wilmer Flores, and Murphy can play third base. So that is the reason why, but I definitely would have loved to play with Edmonds or Konerko. But we just got to fill out the team as best as possible. Now we have Jose Lobaton, Justin Morneau, Jorge Polanco, and Domingo Santana. These choices are not the best, but we're going to go with Justin Morneau. Now Grady Sizemore, Abraham Almonte, Derek Deicher, and Seth Smith. Once again, not the best choices, but we will go with Almonte. He has a little bit of speed, and we can maybe use him as a pinch runner if need be. Now we have our common players, Eric Young Jr., G-Man Choi, Everett Cabrera, and Tyler Holt. Once again, we're just going to go with Eric Young Jr., get that speedy player, maybe have ourselves another pinch runner if we need it. And our last pick will be Alex Rodriguez, CJ Cron, Michael Bourne, or Billy Burns. With this pick, I feel like going with Alex Rodriguez, the best power hitter from this bunch, and just be another pinch hitter that we can utilize. So that's our final pick. So this is our final team. We have Carlton Fisk, Ryan Howard, D. Gordon, Wilmer Flores, Jonathan Villar, Reggie Stocker, Jacoby Ellsbury, Matt Kemp, Daniel Murphy, Justin Morneau, Abraham Almonte, Eric Young Jr., Alex Rodriguez, and then in our bullpen, we have Javier Cedeno, Joakim Soria, John Axford, Louis Coleman, David Hernandez, Justin Wilson, Trevor Rosenthal. And for starting pitchers, we have Justin Nicolino, Michael Marriott, Eduardo Rodriguez, Taijuan Walker, and Martin Perez. There's a lot of difficult choices in this draft. At times, we went for speed and power over pitching, which might have hurt us. And that's something I feel like I always do, even though I know it's a mistake. Anyways, let me know if you think I made any mistakes in this draft, if I had a good draft or not. The results from this draft will be up tomorrow instead of later today, like we normally do. Started this a little bit late and don't know how deep of a run we will end up making, so just in case, we'll put it all up tomorrow instead. But thanks for watching. Subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'm out.